Seg3 family, we are back. I'm your host, B. We have Tito Puente.
Yeah.
Hey, do you like when people say Tito Puente Jr.?
The full name?
Yeah.
It's funny when my kids say it.
They say it.
They say it?
Yeah, because I say it so much. I speak in third person. Hey, Tito Puente Jr. And they hear it so much on the radio and on television that they, hey, Tito Puente Jr., make me some breakfast.
Oh, Tito Puente Jr. and Melina.
Yes.
We also call him TPJ.
TPJ.
TPJ is a big
I like
one.
Tito
Little
Puente
slang.
Jr.
Yeah.
Tip-
the whole
TPJ.
thing.
Yeah, I like the whole thing.
Yeah, I try to get my kids to say
like
Mr.
your dad is so
Try to say Mr.
much.
Puente or something. But yeah.
It's like TCB, you know, taking care of business.
Taking care of business.
Yeah, every day.
I don't know how to sing. All right, so let's talk about the culture. So I wanted to talk about the culture a little bit, only because I know that in a lot of areas, especially Caribbean areas, we have this, and I kind of briefly mentioned it, colorism. This whole colorism thing. But for some reason, I think that, well, could be just me, but I'm like, nah, Puerto Rico doesn't have it as much because it's a U.S. territory. Could I be wrong? Is that the reason why? Because I don't know, in other countries, I see it a lot, and I'm like, whoa, this is bad. But in Puerto Rico, I mean, maybe because I was in the tourist areas, but it was like, bienvenidos, welcome. Like, oh, you want some bongo? Let's go. And I was like, oh my God, this is different.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Puerto Rico
is very different when it comes to that. But me being born and raised in New York, I'm a New York-born Puerto Rican.
Okay.
You know, New York is such a diverse city.
Yes.
And my father, being born and raised in New York City as well, he brought in all types of creeds, colors, and races into his music. He was an ambassador of Latin music.
Yeah.
So when we travel around the world, we always try to bring in all cultures. So that's what we do. We culture people into learning about Afro-Cuban music, the Puerto Rican sounds of bomba en plena, the Afro-Cuban rhythms of guanguancó, rumba, cha-cha-cha. You guys today call it salsa, salsa tomate goya. But salsa is what people dance to nowadays, and that's the genre of music. But when I find the cross cultures coming together, I love it when my father plays with hip-hop groups, and he'd work with dance music artists, and he'll work with Haitian groups. He went to Jakarta one time and worked with a drumming company, and he would just cross paths with different people. And he did that all the way back in the 1930s too, with Dizzy Gillespie, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, all of those. He worked with them and to integrate jazz and mambo music together. And I don't think music has any color lines.
It doesn't.
It doesn't have color lines, not with the music that I particularly do.
Yeah.
And me being, of course, again, from New York, I love hip hop, I love heavy metal, I love rock, I love rap, I love all types of music.
Right.
Melina can kind of tell you, on the island, it's very diverse, but you see all types of
Everything.
people coming to the concerts.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm actually from the island of Puerto Rico, so I know a little bit more about that. So yeah, in Puerto Rico, it's open to everybody. Everybody's kind of one over there, and they're very welcoming. I'm glad that you experienced that. Everybody always tells me, oh, you're Puerto Rican, I had such an amazing time.
Yes.
Everybody was so nice to me, and I just felt like I was home, and that's kind of how Puerto Ricans are.
Yeah.
We're always like that. The ones from the island, also the ones from New York.
That's
Because when
right.
I went to New York City with him for the first time, I said to myself, oh my God, these people are gonna kill me.
Gonna be rough.
I mean, it's gonna be rough because you're there representing one of the icons of New York City, which is Tito Puente and Tito Puente Jr. And I was like shaking. I was like, oh my God! And not only it was in Yankee Stadium.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Can't
I
get
was
more New
like-
York than that.
Right.
I mean, imagine like there was New Yorkers everywhere, Puerto
Yeah.
Ricans, and they loved it. Thank God I wasn't throwing tomatoes or anything like that.
Because they can be brutal.
Yes, it
They
can.
throw mofongo.
And they don't care. And they don't care. They will do it.
Yeah.
And his mom was there, so for me it was a really great experience. I'm really grateful
I love that.
he's always been there for me and supporting me and pushing me. Him and his wife and his mom as well.
And your mom is still here?
Yeah, my mom's still with us. She's
Whoa.
born and raised in New York City too, as well, from the Bronx. And,
How does she feel
She
about-
is the estate holder and really runs the whole Puente family, tradition. And she really archived a lot of things from my father, which I love. And we're going to be doing a documentary on all the archival footage that she took of Tito Puente.
I
So
love
it's
how
gonna be nice.
you've documented everything. I love how you guys teaching the youngsters. I saw one of the storybooks and the readings, and I was like, oh, he was on Sesame Street. I grew up on Sesame Street.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, this is awesome. When we get back, we're going to talk about some of the influences, how he's influenced and continues to influence, not only just the music genre, but other genres worldwide, right? We'll be right back in just a few.